Tough break for your Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah.
And you as well. Allen threw the game-winning touchdown and Mahomes threw the game-losing interception.
Yep.
You weren't salty, though. You gave credit where it was due to the Bills. So I'm assuming you're going to say that this doesn't matter into the playoffs. But it's kind of strange. It seems like the Bills could easily have home field advantage in the AFC East now. Convince us that you're not still worried about the Bills.
Okay, so I have said all along the Bills are a very good team and that at some point the Bills will beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. I don't think Mahomes will go undefeated against Allen in the playoffs in his career. And that might happen this year, might not happen this year. But nothing that happened yesterday makes me more concerned. There's nothing that happened yesterday where I'm like, oh my God, the Chiefs are screwed. I don't want to draw all the corollaries of last year, but last year the Bills came into Kansas City, not only won, they won by 3 scores. They kicked the Chiefs' teeth in, and then they stumbled for 2 months, and that playoff game was not in Buffalo. Now, given Buffalo's schedule and given the strength of their defense, I do think they have the clear inside track to the 1 seed now. And that obviously is an advantage because there's only 1 bye now instead of 2. And because Mahomes has never had to play a road playoff game because every single year he's been quarterback for the Chiefs, they've been the 1 or the 2 seed. In the years they were the 2 seed, the 1 seed lost after the bye. And so they've never had to go on the road. So if I'm being honest, if you want my honest take on what happened yesterday, what concerns me, what does not concern me. What concerns me is, and I said it on this show and I said it on the TV show, Von Miller's ability to wreck a game happened yesterday. Von Miller was the best player on the field for either team yesterday. He caused the pick on the final play of the game by forcing Mahomes up in the pocket and to go faster than he wanted to. He had a huge sack to drive before to get Buffalo the ball back. He was all over the field. That concerns me. And Andrew Wiley at right tackle, which we've talked about how Von likes to rush off that side. Andrew Wiley could not handle him, so that was concerning. The Chiefs' inability to consistently run the ball when the Bills were daring them to run, that concerns me a bit. So those are real concerns. The Bills' offense, listen, the end of the first half was a gut punch, and Andy Reid took a timeout that I wouldn't have recommended. There was a minute 10 left. The Chiefs had a minute 20 left. The Bills had a 3rd and 13 on their, it was after, they did have a 3rd and 13, but it was after first down he took the timeout that I wouldn't have taken because the Bills would have gone conservative. You get them off the field and you then get the ball back up 7-3 with still 40 seconds and at 1 timeout because you would have used the next one. Chance to kick a field goal. Instead, he calls timeout. The Bills, credit to them, Josh Allen was amazing on 3 drives in this game. The last drive of the first half, the first drive of the second half, and the final drive of the game, driving down the field 98 yards. Chiefs were lucky to even get 3 points out of it. They end up kicking a 62-yard field goal, 3 points out of it. But I think one of the narratives coming out of the game is going to be, the Chiefs secondary. Well, the Chiefs secondary is going to be different. Trent McDuffie, the first-round pick, this was his first game off IR. Trent McDuffie's first game back off IR, and Rashad Fenton didn't play. So your top 2 so you're playing an undrafted rookie. You're playing a 4th-round rookie. So I think the Chiefs secondary will be better. And I think even as is, holding the Bills to 24, that should be enough. The reason the Chiefs lost is a number of things, but one of them is Mahomes made a few big mistakes. The pick in the red zone was a bad decision. Should have just thrown it away and taken the 3 points. And at the end of the game, you were not in a spot where it was 1st and 10 from the 30. You were not in a spot where you had to go get it right then and there. He tried to force it in. Do I think Mahomes is going to make those critical mistakes, the next time they play? I don't. Do I think that Von Miller is definitely at his age and given the last few years going to be able to hold up the entirety of the season? I'm not sure. And so I actually thought the Chiefs' defensive game plan, all things considered, was pretty sound. I didn't see anything yesterday where I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how the Chiefs beat this team. The Chiefs played a B- game, in my opinion, and had the ball at the end with a chance. Mahomes is going to have to go the length of the field in a minute, which is hard to do. But I give the Bills credit. They won the game. They deserve to win. But we have seen that story before. And the one other thing I will say is this. Everyone just anointing the Bills the 1 seed. There's a lot of the season left. And the Bills' schedule, at the beginning of the season, we would have said it was very favorable the rest of the way. All of a sudden, a lot of the games that we thought were going to be very easy could be at least a little tougher. The Bills will be favored in every game they play the rest of the way. But they have 4 left against the Patriots and the Jets, which looked like 4 easy games at the beginning of the season. All of a sudden, those are frisky-ish teams. They still have to go to Cincinnati. They're home from Minnesota, who's 5-1, and they come out of the break against Green Bay. We'll talk about Green Bay later. Green Bay might not be good. Point being, and they have 1 left against Miami, a Miami team that already beat them. Point is this. I think the Bills right now are the favorites for the 1 seed. They are far from guaranteed for the 1 seed, but credit to them. And as I said in my tweet, hang the banner. It's the 2nd straight championship game they've won. It's the Buffalo Bills. This is where I got to be a smartass, and I apologize. But you don't win Super Bowls in Buffalo. You get big regular season wins. There it is. They've won their Super Bowl 2 years in a row. Hang the banner, Buffalo. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.